Can we review this movie? Can we review this movie? Welcome back, guys. My name is Damien.
I'm Alex.
I'm Celeste.
And we are OMC. We review movies. We make short films. Today, we have a special guest, and we have a special movie. We watched it Tuesday. Baby Driver. Alex, what's this movie about?
So Baby Driver is about a getaway driver that is in debt to a crime boss, and this is a movie about him getting out of that, and also a love story between him and a character
Named
Deborah.
So the movie opens up with a heist kind of scene, and in this one thing, you know immediately who is directing this movie, and you know what kind of characters these are. So this movie is directed by Edgar Wright, and if you've seen any of his movies, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, The World's End, Scott Pilgrim, you know how he likes to edit movies, and how quick he is, and how fast-paced he is. In the beginning of this movie, you jump right in. But whenever Baby was a kid, he had an injury in his past that makes him have a ringing in his ear. And in order to drown it out, he has to play music.
Tendinitis.
Yeah.
Nope, tinnitus.
Tinnitus.
Tendinitis is totally
And
different.
Tendinitis.
Something people might not know going into this movie is that because of that, there is a lot of music in this movie. And they play it all the time. And it's kind of like a pseudo-musical.
Mm-hmm.
The movie opens up with just 3 minutes of straight music.
Yeah.
It might as well be a music video.
I mean,
and
honestly, yeah.
to no fault of its own is incredible.
But the sound design in this film is incredible.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, absolutely,
With
yeah.
music mixing into the real world and him being listening to it at the same.
Yeah,
I was very impressed.
Yeah, I was just blown away by like the synchronization of the music with the actual with the action on scene. It was just it interweaved so seamlessly. It was crazy.
And Edgar Wright does an incredible job with that, because I mean, if you watch any of his other movies, like go watch Shaun of the Dead, there's a part where the music comes in, and then when they're killing the zombies, like every hit is with the beat of the song. Or in At World's End, or World's End, when they're going into the pub and they all take the drinks, like it's like a song, like just the sound design and the way that they build that scene using the sounds
It's
from
just
it.
like constant motion. And
It's
there's so
incredible.
many little things. During the opening scene of this movie, when Baby's walking down the street and the music is playing because he's listening to it, the lyrics of the song are graffitied on walls and on telephone poles, and you just pick them up and you're like, did that just say run? And you're like, that's what it's so intricate and unique and smooth, and that's the thing with this whole movie. This movie's just so smooth.
It flows so perfectly from beginning to end. I never felt like they missed a beat. Like the entire thing was just
pun intended. But this is one of those movies that makes you immediately download the soundtrack when you get home. Immediately. And then you listen to your car and you're like, yeah, I'm a good driver. I'm fast. I'm fast. I'm fast. I'm fast. We could talk about the music and the editing and stuff like that for forever, because it's such a great part.
Yeah.
But perfectly, that is definitely not the only thing this movie does good.
Oh, it's
amazing.
amazing.
We could Jamie Foxx, John Hamm, Kevin Spacey, Ansel Elgort, and Lily James, who was just in Cinderella.
Gorgeous.
Is gorgeous, and she is incredible. Everybody in this movie is having fun. They're great actors already, so you kind of accept them to begin with. You're like, well, it's Jamie Foxx. He's going to be good.
Yeah.
But then when you watch him, you're like, this is just Jamie Foxx having as much fun as he can.
I know.
I was really happy with the way that they set up the introductions of the characters and how they played a role in it. Because watching the trailers, you see like the guy from Walking Dead, and you see like 6 other characters kind of in and out the whole thing. And I was kind of thinking that was a whole crew, but instead, each of these people have their individual lives, and it's just the way that they come together throughout the movie.
And it's really, really cool.
Flea's in it, by the way. From Red Hot Chili Peppers. And he killed it too.
One of my favorite parts about the film was setting up the heists.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they finish a heist, or when they're setting up a heist, which there's like 4 different scenes of them setting up heists, and then I think 2 or 3 when they finish heists. And it's just it's intoxicating sitting there and watching these people like interact with each other, and
you know you're about
the
to
characters
watch.
of each person, and then you hear Kevin Spacey like giving the plan and the layout of what's about to happen, and it's just so fun. It's such an experience going to this movie.
So you got the music, you got the acting, but also the movie also throws action at you, and that is directed so fast, but in a good way. It's not like the fast you'll see like in Taken 3, where the camera's like this, and you're like, that was fast, but too fast, or I couldn't see anything. This movie's fast in the sense where you have to keep up. You're like, oh, okay, awesome. Because the movie is called Baby Driver, there's got to be some driving, and oh boy, is there some driving. Some shots I've never even seen done in a car chase
And-
thing, which is weird because that's like the go-to thing in an action movie.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you checklist, you're like, yeah, we got a fight scene, yeah, we got a car chase scene. So by now you'd think it'd be tiring, and you'd be like, oh, it's just a car chase. No,
It's
no
totally
way.
refreshed.
I haven't seen a car chase scene like this. I don't think since like Jack Reacher,
And
where
I-
I've been like, whoa, that is
Like,
just
just impressed.
yeah, impressed by the driving and the way the action is.
I read
shot.
somewhere that those were like not like hardly any CGI was used for those too. It was
That's
all live
hell
action,
Yeah. Hell yeah, that's crazy.
and that's amazing.
Now I'll say, all right, well, now like, can we rate this movie? And then you'll walk in front of it, okay?
Can we rate this movie?
Or like now we can move on to it. That was your cue, dude. Okay, for me, this movie is so watchable and it's so rewatchable. That's my favorite thing about this movie is that I could watch this again and again and not get tired of it because of what this movie does, and it does everything, and it does it at the right amount and at the right time when it needs to. When it needs to be funny and lighten things up, it is. When it needs to be romantic so you buy the relationship, it is. The action is there because it's an action movie in a sense, and the acting is top notch, and it's just tenfold. This movie just brings it, and I can't get over, and I don't think I ever will get over the editing in the action scenes with the music and the opening of the movie, the way it's edited, and how Ansel Elgort's just walking down the street, one long take, and the music's playing, and he'll stop by certain stores that have to do with the song. It's so intricate and so smart and so smooth. This movie, pun intended, just drives through its runtime in the best way possible and in the right amount of time. And I really, really enjoyed this movie, and I will for sure watch it again multiple times. And I will rate this movie 9.5 burning tires out of 10. I really, really like this movie.
5.7
and I enjoyed
on
it very,
fire
very
tires.
much.
On fire tires out of 10. Yeah, 5.7 on fire tires out of 10.
It's so narrow!
I picked mine out.
Okay.
Weird.
Well,
Go.
since Camille is ready, we're gonna go on to Camille
I
now.
go by Celeste.
Kyle, walk across the screen. Kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay. Personally, as a musician and as a person who appreciates music on this kind of a level to where it's like integrated into everyday life, I found this movie to be very relatable to myself. So I personally enjoyed it. But I think the craftsmanship of the movie altogether. This is he worked on this movie for a long time. Edgar Wright had this idea for a long time, and I think the result of all of that thought and everything that he put into it was near flawless. So I'm gonna give it 9.6 Trexes.
Trexes.
Out of 10.
Trexes. Trexes?
That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut.
What's a Trexes?
T-Rex.
Get
Get
B-A-B-Y baby.
it?
I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, and I'm at a loss for words because Edgar Wright impresses me every single time I see one of his films. I'm gonna give it a 9.7.
Oh.
9.7
Oh.
disc jockeys.
Disc jockeys. So,
Yeah.
go see this movie, guys. Once again, so you do not forget, I am Damien.
I am Alex.
I'm Celeste.
We are OMC. We review movies. We make short films. And until next time.